Now there is what they call hierarchy, right? Hierarchy. So hierarchy is how do you want the viewer to look at your design. Now you have different, like I told you, you have different shapes, different text, especially when we're talking about text or shape or element, any element or pictures in the design. The ones you want people to concentrate more should be the bigger one, right? So like this, you can see the title of this page is Visual Hierarchy Guide to the Viewer. So this is the first thing you want viewers to read. Sorry. So because it's the first thing you want viewers to read, it should be bigger. The main attention should be bigger. Let me give you an example. If you are designing a music concert and you are inviting a A-list artist, like a very popular artist who will be like the major artist of that show, you are going to make his photo the biggest, right? So you are going to make his photo the biggest. That's the hierarchy, right? The size, the weight of the weight, the color, some sharp color. When that color is sharp and is distinct itself out of every other color, right? Those are what bring priority. The position, if something you put on the center is going to position. That's why when you see the major artist for a concert, his face is usually the biggest and is placed at the center of the design so that it shows you that this is what you should concentrate on, right? So if you are designing, let's say, Davido live in Benin City, so you are going to make Davido to be biggest person in that design, the center of the design, and so that when you see, the first thing you see is the face, then the text that says Davido live in Benin will be the biggest on that design, right? That text would be the biggest text, so you have to put that in place, something like that, right? So that's that. You have to put that in place in your design, and then you have to create a flow between the headline and other things, like you want to put the time, the address. The dates will be bigger, then address you can also make it a little bit smaller. um, RSVP, it can also be a little bit smaller. So because depending on their importance on what you are selling is what you is how you're going to make the other details smaller. Same thing with when you are designing a landing page, register now, buy now, something like that. That button will be very obvious on the page than the button that says contact us or the button that says read our blog post, because what you want is people to buy, right? You should make that bigger. So you need to understand that, and you'll be able to design and focus at a particular point. You should be able to design your whatever you're designing, whether it be it picture, video, graphics, or a web page or product design. That's UI UX. There should You should be able to draw the user attention to the particular message you want. So design is actually passing a message, and then the way you create your the sizes, the position, the weight. Talking about bold, light, medium, the weight of the font or the weight of the text or the shape or the image or whatever, the way it is going to show that progression of reading. So the user is going to first read the first bigger text, then move to the next other text, or read a bold text before a lightweight text. So our brain is controlled by that. So you can create a reading pattern on the eyes of your viewer in concentrating on that. So let me give you an example. If I'm watching a video and, like, NTA news, right, or any news channel, when you are watching that video, you see that there is a kind of what do you call it? The station, the TV station, the logo is at the extreme right hand or left and top side. Where will your eye go to? Your eye will go to the viewer first, or what is being shown in the center of the screen, or the newscaster reading it who is on the center of the screen, before your eyes now go to that right hand corner or top left hand corner to see what station it is. Then before your eyes can go below where there is breaking news, right? You know, below there is like a breaking news that is sliding off, that transition where they write breaking news also. So you are able to, or and then you can also read the title of that news first, because it's even bolder than the breaking news part that is always transiting. So you are able to know where to focus on. First of all, you look at this person, then you look at the station, you look at the news, sorry, the title of the news, the topic they are discussing, which is also already written there. Then you now look at the station, then you can now read the breaking news. They have programmed how your eye is going to be able to look through. Then the colors also have a lot. Our eyes is most likely going to look at a very bright color first before we look at a light color. All these are what you should note in your design. So if I want to write something like breaking news, I'm going to use red, right? Because red attracts your sight, right? Because that is something that is loud. That's why you see anything alert, breaking news, anything, they use a red color or a very sharp color that is going to pick your attention. So when you have so many things, maybe white, blue, and you have a red in the middle, your mind, your eyes is going to go straight to that red stuff. So now let's look at mastering colors. Now you need to know that there are different. A color can have different type, right? A color can have different shade. It's different type. Then you can also look at whether it's dark, light, and also the saturation. So understanding how color work is very nice. So understanding use and understanding the various type of color, the complementary, how they complement each other, ensure you to choose the right color, because you need to know the right color. Now if you are designing, knowing the right color is going to help you a lot, so that you are able to mix the right color, because you can just see a design and the color mixture doesn't work, and you just say, oh my god, this design is ugly. Somebody can make a design with 7 colors and it comes out beautiful. Maybe you are designing something by a rainbow and you make the 7 rainbow colors and it can come out clean and beautiful. But another person can just use just 5 colors and don't know how to mix them well or complement them well, and it comes out ugly, right? Now, like I was talking about color, if you take a look at this, you can see the various color. Now, here we have different colors. We started from green, different shades, and it moved towards blue, like some shade of blue mixture between blue and green, and then it moves to purple, and then it moves to lighter shades of purple, to the mixture, then to red, and it's moving to orange. So if you look at this, you can see the psychology in color, how to be able to use warm, cool, to show different level of energy, to show calm, trust, how to choose your color. So you should understand there should be a blend in the color, right? If you have looked at our designs so far, you are going to understand we're using a theme, and that theme color is orange, right? So but every other design, every other color we are using fall with our theme color. So you're able to choose the color tone is going to show what you want, and you need to understand the color model, right? Like the RGB, which you use for screen, and that's what we are going to be using most of the time, the RGB for screen. You are able to use it to determine your colors, to be able to mix your colors, to be able to get your colors. Then how you can apply these colors to be able to reflect emotions and all that, and you are also going to use it to suit your brand. So if a brand has colors, right? Like if you notice, our brand color for this presentation is let me do something. So you see that, okay, just look at the color. You're going to know you have yellow, you have orange, and you have a mixture of yellow and orange that gives you kind of a lighter orange. You have different shades, then you have something like gold, and also, so you have, then you have this green here. So you are able to see how these colors blend and how they relate and how they are able to suit each other. So you should know how to work with primaries and secondary color, use shades and tints to make the it has variety and make it look nice. And you should be able to establish rules for your colors and show us like pass message. Now I will show you something. If you look at this design, you can see that white was used for different color, but when it got to this shade of yellow or gold, black was used. Now that's basically how it will come out and how it contrast. If white was used here, because this color is quite lighter than the others, it wouldn't come out brighter, right? Like you can see the difference between the white here and the white here. Because this color, this orange is darker, so it came out brighter. But here it doesn't come out as bright as that, and it doesn't come out as bright as that. But look at the black here, it came out very bright. So you should be able to understand, test, and know the right colors to use. Then